K-Talk Lab, where K-pop meets learning. Let's dissect the pre-chorus. Notice how the word choice and pacing change completely in this section. Here is the breakdown. We have a line that instantly drops the temperature.
쉿 한파에
It starts with,
쉿
which is the universal sound for sure hush. Then we have
한파
the Korean word for a severe cold wave or chilling winter blast. The phrase ends with the particle,
에
which means in or during, structurally. This is a poetic fragment. Instead of a full sentence, it places a command for silence right next to a cold setting. It literally translates to sh in the cold wave. It creates a sharp, dramatic contrast, telling everyone to be quiet just as the freezing vibe hits. Next, we have the atmospheric line.
아웃사이드 한밤에
This is another smooth blend of English and Korean. It starts with the English word outside. Then we have
한밤
which means the middle of the night or deep night. The phrase wraps up with the time particle,
에
meaning at or in. Structurally, Korean places the time description right before the location or vice versa. In casual poetic fragments, it literally flows as outside in the middle of the night. It perfectly sets the scene for a late night stroll or an outdoor vibe session. Next up, we have a line that's all about making a quick escape.
사람 없는 스팟으로 빨리
This phrase builds up a clear destination,
사람 없는
means where there are no people or empty. Then we have
스팟으로
which is the English loanword for spot, followed by meaning toward. It ends with the famous Korean word,
빨리
which means fast or hurry. Structurally, Korean places the describing clause before the noun and the direction before the adverb. So it literally flows as people not having spot toward quickly. It's a fast-paced way of saying, let's head to a secluded spot, quick. Next, we have a line that brings a bit of edge to the track.
누군가 싫어할지
This phrase is a perfect example of a Korean modifying clause. It starts with,
누군가
which means someone. Then we have,
싫어할
which comes from the verb to dislike or to hate, changed into a future tense description. It ends with the word,
지
a casual, slightly edgy word for an act or behavior. In English, we would say something that someone will dislike. But in Korean, all that description sits right in front of the noun. So it literally flows as someone will dislike act. It's a bold way of saying doing things that might push some people's buttons. Next up, we have the ultimate carefree line.
알바가 아니요 객이
This phrase is packed with attitude.
알바
Literally means the fact or business of knowing, adding the subject marker
다
and the negative verb.
아니요
Turns it into a very common, blunt slang phrase meaning it's none of my business or I don't care. It ends with the English hype phrase, get it. Structurally, it follows a simple subject negation pattern. Instead of saying, it is not my business, the literal flow is knowing business. It is not. Get it? It's a bold statement that says, I'm doing my thing, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. Now we have the green light to move with the line.
신호등 바뀌어서 그린
This is a great, straightforward action line.
신호등
Is the Korean word for a traffic light. Then we have,
바뀌었어
which means changed. It wraps up with the English words, green. Structurally, Korean follows a basic subject-verb pattern here. So instead of saying, the traffic light turned green, the literal flow is traffic light changed to green. It's a perfect visual cue that all obstacles are cleared and it's time to go. As you can see, the grammar and structure here completely shift the mood. Next up, we're diving into the chorus, so make sure to subscribe.